Hi YouTubers, and thank you for tuning in to the Dice That Toy review. I've got no Flip toys actually to review today, but what I will do is I'm actually going to be showing you some generic toys today. And it's actually going to be quite a different toy review because obviously, well, instead of Flip toys, of course, yes, I might show you my vehicle collection because my vehicle collection is growing, oh, I've got itchies around me, very, very high. In fact, I could tell guys, my vehicle collection, I'll show you in a minute, it's right over there. I'll show it later on though, but anyways, do you remember I had a look at, on the start of my YouTube channel, at the very beginning of my YouTube channel, I used to remember looking at toys like this, Transformers, robots in disguise, of course, yes, this is Bumblebee, of course, and yes, I used to remember playing Bumblebee before. He did come with a gun. He had like some weird, what's it called? Some very weird gun. I have no idea what that is at the moment though, but it looks quite a very nice looking toy. Let's see if I can transform Bumblebee into a vehicle. You know, you got to make the sound though, just for your, you know, it's a bit of a repertoire on Transformers. Okay, I don't know about you, but I might show you the transformation, but some of these are quite frustrating, others can be quite simple. You know, it just depends on what toy that you get and buy. I can tell you what guys, so I used to remember using this toy when the Power Up and Action Pikachu toy was also there. You remember that back in 2019? Long time ago. To be honest, it seems like it actually is a long time ago. And this toy here, although it's made out of plastic, it has actually been withstanding itself for quite a while though. I mean, yeah, it's actually quite a very good, legitimate Bumblebee toy. And I mean, I just can't go wrong with it. Sometimes it can be quite arduously hard to get the back clipped on correctly. There you go. It's amazing. I'm just playing with Transformers at the moment though, because obviously, for some reason, I've actually got a box of Lego as well, which I might probably cover that in a separate video. But I've actually got a whole bunch of Lego, which in a sense that, although I've got Flip with me, I don't often touch Lego. Of course, yes, it's quite weird that nowadays I don't actually watch, or should I say, play a lot of Lego, because obviously, well, Lego was one of my childhood memories back then. It did come with a gun though, at the back though, but there's none here. There's Bumblebee's head, and it's basically like a very weird charred front, or a very charred looking Bumblebee. Well, not as charred as I would have thought it would be, but crikeys, why is it so hard to transform this beast? See, I need to make those sounds though, eh, to get the Transformers spirit. How do I get everything sorted out? I can tell you what guys, I'm transforming this robot into a vehicle. There's always what we all tend to think of, transforming into vehicles and dinosaurs and all that stuff, robotic critters, or other robotic things in life, of course. Well, obviously, why? It's so weird that, you know, that's what Transformers, that's what we call Transformers. It's very tough to get these things in. It takes the amount of patience and the pleasure of playing those toys so hard. I mean, that's the way Transformers is. It's like, you know what I mean, hey? I've got to make those sounds. Crikeys, I don't know why I'm making those very weird Transformer sounds, but that's how I often make those sounds. Weird, isn't it? I'm just trying to assemble Bumblebee. Of course, yes, I used to remember getting instructions on how to transform those guys here. One was getting it into vehicle mode. Oh, why is Bumblebee... Oh, okay, at least I've got it to where I have, hey? Okay, I think I've got the roof side. I think I've got the left side of the roof done. I tell you what, it might probably be better off undone. It's quite... Oh, come on! It's quite, you know, frustrating. I just hope it's not a knockoff, as in bootleg toys. I just hope it's a legitimate item. It looks kind of okay-ish, I suppose. I mean, oh man, I used to remember playing this toy so easily. I don't know about you, but how would you say it? yeah, shooting this in transformation mode, you know, it's just so hard. I could have done it as a split screen thing, as a video edit thing, but I just can't go for that now because it would have been a little bit more longer to take videos uploaded and all that stuff. So I shouldn't be too grand for that. And why is this roof sort of coming out and the back bit just keeps on popping open? You know, it's just sort of weird. I just hope Hasbro has done such a great toy like this, even though it's coming from one of those very bad Michael Bay films. Ah, come on, Bumblebee. This is so weird. Now I might as well just have to, you know, at least the plastic is not too bad. I mean, I might as well just have to go for the top though. Yeah, it's actually very hard to go straight for the top, right? And it's not that very clear. I would have thought, let me just try and... I don't think I can actually go towards the bottom of this. Okay, maybe I can try and go to here. It's not doing anything. But I mean, I'm just trying to do my best to transform this thing. And I can't. Well, obviously I don't know about you, but this is basically another attempt of me transforming Bumblebee. Of course, yes, I've learned how to do Transformers toys before, and it's actually very hard. And don't you actually realise that I am literally struggling at the moment. It's half to my brain, I tell you. Obviously, I could actually try and go. I think this helps. I think that's what the sound actually teaches me now. I think that's something you know what, I mean, if I had any sons and stuff in my family, I'll be teaching my son how to make that. It's getting very, very close. You know, it's been very frustrating. Oh my goodness me. Oh, come on! I could tell what those guys are. It's really painful seeing me transforming this beast. Come on, Bumblebee. I know you can get into vehicle mode. Oh my goodness me. Come on, Bumblebee. I might as well just have to, This is actually very hard though. I mean, you know, it's quite weird. I don't know what it is, but yeah, it's quite weird on how toys sort of come and go. It's almost looking like Bumblebee's arms. They're all, you know, ball joints in a sense. And I'm still having trouble to get Bumblebee into the vehicle mode. And of course, yes, I might make a Chevrolet Camaro, which is the car that he's based on those Michael Bay films, which is not very that canon, if you can think of it, right? And Bumblebee. Oh, I see. Did I actually? Oh, is that the door or the roof parts that should have actually gone in first, hey? Did I actually miss those parts, hey? Oh, come on, Bumblebee. I know. Get your act together. Please, get your act together, Bumblebee. Oh my god, this is real painful. I just don't know about you, but I just don't think I can transform this beast very successfully, though. And I just can't believe in how frustrating this is. Excessively frustrating this is. Well, at least I could basically turn it into vehicle mode, but that's all I can do. Or maybe that's not all I can do. Yeah, I've actually got a few other toys that I might generically show it to you guys, because obviously it's so hard to get Bumblebee into vehicle mode. So what I might do, I don't know if I can try and get into vehicle mode, and oh, I think I've done it. Have I actually done it right, or have I done it sloppily? I think I have done it sloppily, haven't I? Nah, oh, I don't think so. Nah. Doesn't seem... Oh wait, did I actually did it correctly, eh? I don't think I've done it very rightly with the whole Bumblebee thing. I don't think I've actually transformed Bumblebee that right. Or maybe I have. Did I? I think the thing that's only missing is probably the gun. Yeah, that back. Probably a Gatling gun of some kind, or I don't know. It's actually quite a very cool looking car, the Camaro. If only it had like that. I think it did come with a gun, the back of the car. But it's actually quite a very fantastic looking model, even though I can't transform it properly. This is why I have Bumblebee. It looks like I might as well just have to leave Bumblebee as it is, and just be like what Bumblebee should be. Sorry for the pun, but look at that. So there you go. Almost I've got Bumblebee correct in the way of transforming. Let me try and transform into a robot. Better off be a robot, because obviously, you know, it might be quite bland to look at him as a vehicle. Better off be a robot, Bumblebee. Transform, as always, as per usual. Come on. Oh yes, I love making those sounds. Just so authentically awesome. If I can stretch his foot. Oh man, Bumblebee is pretty tough. Tell you what guys, I think that's all I've got. Bumblebee. There you go. Sorry I couldn't get into this one into vehicle mode perfectly, but hey, that's all I could do via robot mode. And you know what, I don't know about you, but you can make them into very cool poses and all that stuff, but hey, sometimes I could make these guys into an absolute ragdoll. Pointless. But anyways, apart from Bumblebee, who's actually been quite a nostalgic toy, I used to remember playing him back then when I was around 18 years old during the start of my YouTube channel was like. In fact, I could also do the part on where I say, "Oh, that's just right! I really saw that woman in a trap with nowhere to go." You remember that? You remember those catchphrases back then? Though back then, during like 2019, 2021. But hey, that catchphrase is done and dusted and over, because obviously, if you remember hearing that quote, it was all to do with "I want more heat waves." But then I actually realised, since climate change has made heat waves more hotter than usual, that catchphrase is done and dusted. Of course, yes, July 2021 finally fixed the problem. It finally got the heat wave, but at least it was pretty much the last of it, because there's no way of saying that quote again. Like, can I just say, "Oh, that's just great, I really saw that woman, it's trapped with nowhere to go." Of course, yes, this would probably be the last of me saying that. Okay, I mean, I haven't said this quote for a long time, but there you go. But anyways, let's move on to some more generic car toys, and obviously, I've actually been comparing a lot of the car toys with, plastic and actually metal toys like this. This is just a generic SUV. It's like a very clone Mercedes-Benz car. Almost looks like a GLC-D. I don't know if that's a very good replica of a toy car, a real toy car. Suppose the car boot opens up at the back. Very cool detailing. I think these toys were purchased in Malaysia. Correct me if I'm wrong, but hey, it's a fairly nice looking toy car. And another one I've also found was a pullback BMW. Oh wait, is that a BMW? Actually it is, to be honest with you. There you go, it's quite an awesome looking vehicle, eh? I don't know about you, but I might try and play that. Hopefully around September, I suppose, eh? Maybe I could do it from here, just to move all these vehicles away. And I've also got this Caravan here. I think it's a Caravan. It's got that back trailer thing at the back. I mean, it's like all generic stuff. You can just, it's kind of, at least it's not falling apart my hands, or not though. I mean, I don't know if I can wrench this thing apart. I don't know if the screwing is quite poor and stuff though, but I mean, even if they're built like real cars, built to look like real cars and all that stuff, even though it's, I can just bend it and give it a bit of a twist and all that stuff, at least it's not just, falling apart my hands. There's screws underneath here that keep the toy from falling apart from my hands. And the best thing about these two vehicles is that you can actually connect them together a little bit like an SUV and a Caravan. I could probably make that. I could also use that for my toy trains and stuff as a bit of a reference because of the coupling system. Look at this. There you go. So that's what you call a very good toy. Okay, so that looks like a fairly nice generic SUV and a Caravan as well. It's made of plastic, but the car itself, it's a mixture of metal. I think it's mainly metal and plastic and all that stuff. I think it's mainly metal, but the bottom part is plastic. Once again, it's got screws to prevent the thing from falling apart on my hands, even if it is a generic looking toy. And of course, here's the BMW. It's got those side doors as well that open. The back door on the boot doesn't open. But what I will do is I might try and have a play with this car and see what happens. But before I should actually go ahead and test my black BMW over there, look at this here, guys. Look at the masses and masses and masses of vehicles I have throughout my flat toy collection. If I show you all my vehicles, look at that. Just impressive. And I mean, if I just turn the camera like so, well, I'll show my face along the way here because it's a vloggers video. But yes, obviously, look at that. There it is there, look at that. Look at the pile of vehicles I've just assembled here so far. And I mean, I've got the skid steer. You know, it's just done incredibly though, but hey, I can be this sort of, you know, clumsy in a sense, hey. It's quite amazing. If I try and open the curtains just a bit there, of course it's a beautiful sunny day, of course. Yes, we've also got, I mean, there's actually quite a lot of vehicles. Of course we get, you know, not just vans, but we get loads and loads of cars as well. It's funny enough that the flip-up toy car seems to be rising in such high demand and popularity now. Hey, I would have never thought that would actually happen, but hey, it certainly did. And I also did this car yesterday as well, on a video of course. And it's quite amazing that those vehicles would have actually been made with cardboard. Of course, there's been people thinking about, hey Ivan, how did you make those vehicles? Well, I'll tell you the story. Well, you know, I might as well tell the story on how I've actually made those vehicles. So of course, yes, I have shown you some, you know, some die-cast cars like this and pullback cars like this. Sorry if I can't show you my face correctly though, but hey, that's just the visibility that it gets there. Obviously, I've made cars like this. Oh well, obviously, just kidding. It's actually the factory that makes those cars, but the cars I make are those ones right there. And I might as well grab all cars. In fact, I might as well make some space because obviously I'm going to be doing a pullback with this black BMW pullback car, which, funnily enough, I would have never thought that, eh? I'll be making as many cars as possible. It's just amazing. Strangely enough, I'm sure I can actually pull it off by just making as many cars in a sense. You know, it's a little bit like the Disney Pixar's Cars toys, obviously, but what I might do is I'll grab the BMW and see if I can do a pullback through here, an empty space, see if I can do that. And I'm not sure about you, but I'm clearing out so much space so I can get the black BMW to have a great pullback. Here we go. 3, 2, oh actually hang on. 3, 2, 1. Oh! I just had a snap. Oh! I just put that to the ground. Sorry, I might as well do another one. Okay, let me try and do another one. Can't have myself. 3, 2, 1, and fire. Oh! See, that's what you call a good toy, eh? Playing with pullbacks. See if I can try and do another one. I can't have myself. I feel like I'm a 5-year-old again. Oh, funnily enough, when I try to pull back this car, all it does is drifting. It's weird, eh? Might as well pull back from here. Oh. Yeah, I get the gist of that. I don't know why this car does a very weird turn or drift. All of a sudden it just hits towards here. That's pretty weird, isn't it, hey? Come on. And, oh! Crikeys! They nearly attacked me! Might as well do another one because I can't have myself like a 5-year-old. Here we go. Funny that this car often drifts. I mean, does this car has got like steering mechanisms or something? No, I don't think so. But anyways, it is quite an awesome toy car here. And, oh no, it just hit the freaking radiator! And the floor already. Well, I can tell you guys, I think I had enough playing with this. This black guy here, this BMW here, it's an absolute meanie. Alright, so I might as well just have to pretty much grab one of my cars and see, I might tell you the story on how I made my vehicles and all that such, because obviously, yes, the way I've made my vehicles and such has been quite amazing. So, well, let me try and pick up I might try and pick up one of the first vehicles I've made. Actually, I haven't got one of those, but I have made ice cream vans. So just one of the first vehicles I've made on my YouTube channel was an ice cream van. And I actually made them because I only made like 4 of them, because it was pretty much to do with summertime, I suppose, hey, which was pretty much which is of course the favourite season of mine. But I don't see the ice cream vans anymore though, hey. But what I will do is I'll grab just one of the few vehicles which I think I've made first. Definitely this vehicle here. This truck though, that is an amazing vehicle of all sorts of things. It's quite an awesome looking toy. It's amazing. I might as well bring it to the centre and might as well just play it from like 2 weeks time. But yes, so it's a fairly nice looking truck, and to be honest, what was actually quite interesting about this truck, and also if I grab the other vehicles of such, like this one here, I've actually made a whole bunch of truck themed toys. And it's quite amazing. And I've also did buses as well, if I grab this bus here. So yes, of course I've expanded my road vehicle collection of both trucks and buses. So yes, I've made them into various replicas. And if I turn my camera around, just to show you the various vehicles I've made, it's just incredible on how much, not just denial, but also how much variety of vehicles I've made. So I've made this bus here. Then I made another one, which isn't as great as the other bus I've made, but it's quite an awesome bus, hey. I mean, I can't just go wrong with it, hey. Of course, yes, I didn't make any vehicles. I didn't make any more vehicles until, like, of course, yes, later on in 2022, I then made some more. It's quite amazing that 2022 is basically the powerhouse of all vehicles. This is a Volvo truck with a flatbed on the back. It's basically a rigid looking flatbed truck. Pretty awesome, isn't it, eh? And then I also made 2 of these vehicles. I actually made this here. Any old iron, scrap iron. This guy here, it's Ragley Bone, the recycling scrapman van. Who remembers that? It's quite amazing. There's actually quite a different variety of different vehicles. It's amazing that all I tend to get is different cardboard boxes that have been used for other products, but now I use them as major components for crafting and all that stuff, right? Like, sometimes I make the cabs of a truck from a different box and all that such, and there's a bit of glue over there, which is not very nice, eh? Sometimes whenever I make trucks, I often put like exhaust pipes on the sides of it to give it a bit of character and to give it some definition of what this truck is meant to be. Of course, it's a dumb truck, like that. Some of them have moving bits and bobs, which is nice to know. And along that, apart from various trucks, I think that might be the latest truck that I've made. It's like an Optimus Prime themed truck. And once again, I did make this box out of, A4 card. But if you have a look at this truck, this there and that there, most of the components are made up from cardboard boxes from various products. This cardboard box, believe me or not, actually comes from Malaysia. It was quite amazing. There's a huge variety of components that I've used to make this truck, and it's just pretty amazing, I suppose, in the way I've designed this vehicle. Oh, sorry, I've just started to pick my nose. Successfully. Okay, so it looks fairly awesome. I mean, that's what you call a good looking toy. And then Fifth Lap has then also started to make toy cars. And it's quite amazing that I've actually used cardboard boxes which are from various different cards like this. So I started off making like a card like this, and then I obviously made like, I took like I think it was like a van, like a post van or an ice cream van or a minibus or something, and then I actually transferred that base into that there, just to be the same sort of length and width as this car here. And then I also actually did 2 cars. I did this one here, the red one, which was called Valley Macaramarez. And then I also did another one here, which was probably one of my favourites, is Sonny, the C Street Screamer's Corvette. Pretty awesome vehicle, if you ask me, eh? Very, very awesome, very cool looking car. I love that thing on the front. It looks so amazing. It looks very much like a Hot Wheels car. Or maybe it's not a Hot Wheels car. Might be a generic Disney Pixar's car. Obviously, mashed it with Hot Wheels. I'm not sure if Mattel has actually done that. But it's actually quite a nice looking vehicle. And yes, that's what it looks like. And I've also decided to, of course, make another vehicle. And of course, this is one I've actually got where the bucket is in the wrong sort of area. Of course, it should have been more like that there, but sadly it's in reverse, as silly as it sounds. But yes, this is a skid steer, and it's also one of the other vehicles where instead of basically making the wheels, of course, yes, I did focus on movable bits, like this thing can move up and down as some weird skid steer. But what I also did was I've also used this cardboard box, and it was actually quite large. In fact, I actually used 2 pieces of cardboard boxes from different products. I think that came from, the back part came from a COVID-19 test kit box. Of course, the top bit's just the origami part, but hey, that's what you call a very nice looking toy to represent a very realistic looking vehicle. And the other car I did, there's actually 2 cars I've done so far, both of them, just like the Corvette and the Holden Cruise car, which was named called Valium Ramirez. I actually then did 2 of those cars, which are mainly primarily based on the new Vauxhall cars, and they look fairly awesome. This one here is Corny, the electric Corsair, and that one there is Spencer, the Grandland that I've made. I actually made 2 of those cars, of course, and yes, they're made in the same technique as in the way as in this car is, and it's just amazing that instead of just, you know, using boxes or bottoming up from boxes from various different, you know, random products like, you know, 3M bandages and, you know, food packagings and blah blah, I can now use, like, you know, notice how everything is all changed. I can use like empty cardboard boxes and then make them into simplistic looking cars. You know what, it's just so incredible to get this huge amount of variety whenever I make vehicles like this. So yes, of course, I did make, you know, cars from this piece of cardboard, from any cardboard like that, and then I made it into like a base of a car, which looks like this. Pardon me, and it's got like, you know, straws, and I often use like plastic straws because they're a little bit more harder and a lot much more, you know, a lot much more easily, they're a lot more easier to look after than plastic straws, because plastic straws tend to be very soft, and they're not as, how do you say it, solid, they're not as, how do you say it, you know what I mean, they're not as, how do you say it, they are changeable paper straws, I mean, but the plastic straws, they are a lot more tougher than paper straws. And then I often add, like, you know, wooden axle skewer thingy jiggies, and then I also use, like, you know, wheels as well. The way I made wheels was I actually derived them from a honey product in the UK called Rouse, which come in, like, you know, cardboard boxes with honey products like that. But they look fairly nice. That's the sort of cardboard I often use to make very good, you know, wheels for vehicles and such, hey? And that's a very nice thing. So this truck has got the right wheels, of course. But I used to remember doing them 5 years. In fact, it's the same thing I did with my trains as well. But of course, yes, if you ever see my trains collection, the Tomash knockoff Thomas and Friends themed flip-flap toys, that was actually fairly amazing, making vehicles like that. But my talent of making vehicles actually stems all the way back into 2017 when I did like a fire engine, and I also did a toy car. I think it was like a Citroen-like car, and then I started making, like, you know, orange cars, and like it was like a Proton-like car. You know that brand in Malaysia? It's like a Malaysian car brand, Proton. Whoever has heard of that might be quite an expert in cars and stuff. But you know what, it's so nice that we're just seeing a huge variety of not only just cars, but we're also seeing like trucks and vans, and also in this case, occasionally, buses. It's just really awesome just to see this huge variety of vehicles expand. And I mean, you know, I don't have to do too many trucks. I can also do loads of cars if I want to. You know, I'm doing some kind of cross-line SUV at the moment though, by the looks of it. Anyways, if you really have enjoyed in this very impressive video, where I've made my toy cars and such, like, you know, I've made like an origami box, but then I've made it into the shape of a trapezoid, or trapezium, to give it a very car-looking design and not anything else. I think that's probably about it. And I also add, like, you know, top parts where the roof would come off and then it would just be placed back again. How cool is that one, eh, for a toy car? Fancy that, eh? Anyways, if you really enjoyed this video about how I made my toy cars, and also some generic toys, and also other toy vehicles I've shown recently in this video, please give this video a like, subscribe for more flip-out videos in the future, and as always, thanks so much for watching, and even if I don't produce videos on a Saturday, bye for now.